All right, everybody, ding, ding, ding. We are back at it once again. This is another installment of Ring-Size Corner Confession, and I am with you once again, Trey Amazing, your favorite part-time stripper, part-time megachurch pastor, but I am the full-time dating commentator of Atlanta, and we about to dive into it with my girl, MJ. She is a model, media personality, and she is the host of the podcast As Told by MJ. MJ, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm digging the energy. I'm loving the energy.
Thank you for getting me out the house, getting me out my funk. I've been in the house all, for the past, 4 days, straight.
Hey, we got you out today. And you are dripping with positive vibes.
Thank you.
We are going to dive into it because today we're talking about something that you know all too well. A lot of people in Atlanta know all too well. We're talking about some of the dumbest, just ignorant, just the craziest things that men are still doing out here in the dating scene in 2022. And I've had a chance to interview folks out here who are dating, and they can talk about it's still wild out here. You know, Atlanta has a very interesting reputation when it comes to the dating scene. You know, some people talk about it in a good way, some people talk about it in a bad way, but it's definitely infamous. Yeah. But before we dive into the topic, MJ, really quickly tell the viewers and subscribers a little bit about who you are and the tone of your podcast.
Okay, period. What's good, everybody? It's your girl, MJ. A little bit about what I'm doing here in the Georgia area. I model, like previously said, media, host. If you got a fashion show, I'm your hostess with the mostest. Mm-hmm. Your model with the bottle, because I'm always sipping some wine. Period. And I've been here for about 2 years. I'm from upstate New York, Albany. It was good, period.
New York in the building?
Yes, sir. And a little bit about my podcast, As Told by MJ. I bring in a lot of Black-owned business owners, entrepreneurs, artists, people doing big things in the Atlanta community. But we got to support our Black people. I bring them on in. And I either bring them in or I actually go to them. I actually been mobile recently, so I've been pulling up. Anywhere you need me to go, me, my cameraman, shout out to Sims, we there on the scene. So I'm just giving you an interview. I'm a squirrel in your world is how I say it. I ask you questions about you and what made you tap into entrepreneurship and how you handle mental health and entrepreneurship. So that's just a little bit of the tone. We sip some wine, we catch a vibe, and yeah.
Okay. You brought wine with you?
I did. I ain't gonna show the name because we ain't advertising for free.
Right.
Okay, period. But yes, I always keep some wine with me. I swear I do.
Ain't mad at that. You came highly recommended by another Atlanta influencer, Vigilante, who stay on the scene, but he recommended you.
He's the bomb.
And yeah, I checked out your IG, and you're doing a lot out here.
I am. I'm trying to tap in, trying to take over.
Hey, you have a reputation that precedes you, and it's doing well for you.
Thank you.
And so, but as someone, you've been out here, you've had an opportunity to interview a lot of people. You're a model. You're out there in the fashion world here in Atlanta, so you're plugged into the dating scene. You're plugged into the social pipeline. You've had, I'm sure, your fair share of male suitors. But in 2022, I'm telling you, word on the street is guys are still doing the same old dumb shit out here.
They are. And some people's same old dumb shit could be different. Mm-hmm. But for me, they're definitely doing some dumb shit. And it's not again. I feel like I keep running into a lot of not again. It's oh my goodness, I thought you probably could have been the one, but here we go.
A lot of reruns.
A lot of reruns, for sure.
Because, for the time that I've been doing, I've been a dating commentator for over 10 years, and I've been trying to help dispel the stigma around Atlanta dating. I've had people, trust me, I've had women that talk about they want to move out of Atlanta.
Really?
Because the scene is so bad here.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
And I tell people, look, don't lose hope, don't give up hope. There's a lot of great things that can happen in Atlanta regarding your business, regarding your education, and most importantly, involving your personal life and your dating.
Right.
You can find the one here in Atlanta, so I'm trying to, keep hope alive.
I keep hope alive. I still have hope in Atlanta. I feel like Georgia's so big, so it's you can probably find a whole bunch of dudes that's terrible on the west side, but you can get some good dudes that's probably like in Decatur. I'm not sure, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't have to. It's so big, but where I'm from, it's so small, and Albany is so tiny. And so if you're dating somebody, 9 times out of 10, they either have dated somebody that you know, that's your friend, or anything like that, or if y'all break up, they're going to date somebody that you've ran into already or been cool with because it's so small. So it's like we literally date the same people. It's like a big old community of just passing around, I feel like. You know what I'm saying? Opposed to here, yeah, some dudes that's just out of pocket.
Right.
That's true. But it's so many, like, more options. There are some good guys, but the dating life for me has been like ups and downs, pretty much. Like,
So for you, so check it, I mean, because you being a media personality, you being a model, you got a fashion background.
Yeah.
So you're out here, you're in these streets. Not in these streets like in a negative way.
but I am in the streets because I'm single, you know what I'm saying?
But you're single, you're out in these streets.
Period.
But you are plugged into like the social pipeline in Atlanta,
Yeah.
you know, events and stuff like that.
For sure.
So from the time, and you've been here, you said 2 years from, New York for transplant. So from the men that you've dated, the men that approach you, who are both in the industry, outside of the industry, and I'm pretty sure you've gone out on some dates, some dinner dates.
Oh my God, I've been on some crazy dates. We're going to talk about it.
Oh yeah, no. So from your experience, and from women you know who are in the same, similar predicament, what are some of the dumbest, just outright dumbest shit that we're still doing? I'm gonna say we, because I'm a man too.
Oh my gosh.
What are we doing out here, still in 2022, that are blocking our blessings? That are, regardless if our blessings is, meet the right one for marriage or just to get laid. What are some? I want you to, if you got a list,
just a little list.
You got a little list. What are some of the things? Break it down for the subscribers. What
I
are
feel
these
like
men doing wrong still?
Number one is they're dating in the wrong caliber. Like, so if you're not that type of dude that's like balling and like got all this money and stuff like that, you're dating women that are looking for men that want that money. So you're dating in the wrong caliber. That's just number one. Because there's simple people like me. It's like, I don't need you to pay my bills. I don't need you to do all these things. But you can't even understand a walk in the park as a date because you're so used to going to all these places where you break in bread and you broke and you really don't got it. So number one is dating in the wrong caliber. I really hate that because it's just like, then they find somebody that's not of those standards and then they don't know how to treat them. So that's just like number one, problematic. Number two, dating, I know people say opposites attract, but sometimes they don't. Like, for me, I don't even know why people say that, and I used to really think that opposites would attract, but it don't. Because you date somebody, if somebody meets me and they're like an introverted person, they want to be in the crib all the time, and I'm doing media, so I'm always on the go. It's like it don't work, it don't balance. Like,
you stay out there.
I stay going, and then I can't be somebody, and then they're insecure. So I don't want you to feel like you're being insecure. I'm always on the go, and then if you come to my shoots, you're still insecure, and it's like this is just not what I need. I need somebody that understands self-confidence. Confidence is key. That's number one.
Confidence is attractive.
It is attractive. It's like, I don't want to keep telling you that you look good, and you like, nah, I don't really look good. I look alright. Like, I'm ugly. Okay. I don't got time for that. That's problem number one. You know what I'm saying? I'm honestly tired of picking people up. And I realized with me, I got to take accountability. I always kind of like date those guys that like are like that. That feel like they just confidence is low and I feel like I got to build them back up and I don't. So
a lot of self-deprecating humor.
So bad, yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
Not at all. Because I'm like, look, I'm walking in the room. I don't care where you bring me. I'm walking in there like I'm that bitch. Period. So it's like, I don't feel insecure. Like, you bring me somewhere and there's a whole bunch of bad women. I love women. I love to embrace beautiful women. So I'm not feeling bad. So why you can't feel the same way? You know what I'm saying? No shade. And I think like a lot of things I do run into that's really bad is men that don't stick to their word and stick to like the things that they say. It's like, stand behind everything you say. If you don't want a relationship, don't do relationship shit.
You're dishonest.
Yeah, it's like you're not even honest with yourself. If you don't want to be with me or be with anybody, cool, but stand beside it. Don't try to call me over, want to cuddle, you want to do movie night, you want to do this, you want to do that, because it's giving me false intentions like all the time. You know what I'm saying? I guess I can get date nights, you're not gonna really think somebody want to be with you over for a couple date nights. It's okay, but if you're really doing relationship shit, like you really just like, if I don't call you, you call me like, okay, I ain't hear from you all day, but you don't even want to be with me, or you get mad if I'm on a date with somebody else. You don't want to be with me though. So it's a lot of like ups and downs that I hate.
The lack of consistency.
Lack of consistency. That's what it is. Because I'm going to stand beside it. Like, I used to be the type to be like, I don't think I want a relationship either, just because they don't want a relationship. But in reality, it's like, bro, I'm 27. After a while, I'm going to be tired of this. Like, I don't want a boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? After a while, I want to date. You know, you want to date. You want to be with somebody that wants to grow with you.
Something serious.
So it's like, don't try to come for me. Come at me. And try to be in my life and be in my aura and try to suck up my energy, and then after a while, it's like, I really don't want a relationship. It's like, bro, you know, there's so many relationships. We done been on dates. We done probably cuddled damn near half the time that we done yes, we doing all this like lovey-dovey boo thing, and then once feelings get too deep, it's like, I don't know if I really want a relationship, dude. Like okay.
You already took
you already took it to the next level. So it's like, it's very much terrible when it comes to senses like that. I hate that. It's just been one of those things. And then you can date somebody that's in your element too. I've dated that somebody in my element, and then they be jealous of you. So you gotta really kind of pick your battle. It's like so all over. Like if I date somebody in my element, they kind of get jealous that maybe you're more busy. And it's like, dude, like, you know, guys don't like they pride hurt. And then when they're busy and then they meet somebody that's busy, they used to their busyness. And then they meet me and it's like, oh, you busy.
So it's like if you date a man who, you know, either he's an entrepreneur, or, but maybe he's not as successful as you are, maybe he's not getting as many gigs as you are, maybe he's not popping like that on social media. Some men, they feel kind of way like,
very much.
You know, it's like, it's one thing, be great. Just don't be greater than me.
Right. And it's like, dude, you've been here longer than me. That's not my fault. I've been here and I applied pressure. So you can do the same thing. I don't want to say I can be your mentor. Like I can always be there for you. But if you're not always there for me, I'm not going to keep supporting you. That just doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I keep building you up? Like, you got this. Oh, you can do this. You can do that and do this. You can do that. But you're not building me up. What about me? You know? So it's definitely been an upsy downsy.
So far, what you got is men who are not dating their caliber, men that have a severe lack of confidence.
Very much.
That lack of confidence. I mean, as a man who, I love confidence in women. A woman who's confident can, you know, that's hella sexy. That's aphrodisiac big time. You got some bros out here who are dishonest. Dishonest about their intentions. They're not honest with themselves about what they want and what they're looking for. And you got lack of consistency and insecurity.
Heavy. What
are some other things? Because I mean, these are things that, you know, they were turnoffs to women in the 90s and the early 2000s. It's 2022, and I'm thinking, okay, have some men learned, or are men just really doing the same old shit?
I think that men are like looking at what their grandparents love that their grandparents had or their great-grandparents had, and they try to compare it to what we got right now. And I always try to say, like, what your grandparents had, if your grandparents was 100, your grandfather probably was a Rolling Stone, probably on the go. They didn't have social media like we do. So it's like, some grandparents literally be cheaters and stuff like that. So the women back then used to stand beside their man no matter what. So it's like, why can't I have a woman that do this, and this, and stand beside me no matter what I do? It's because they had no choice back then. We got a choice now. We ain't doing that. Like, a lot of times women will go to their moms and be like, well, he's beating on me, or he's cheating on me. And the parents will sit there and be like, well, what are you doing to make him mad? Or what are you doing to... And they'll stay. You don't got no education. The parents will literally break you down as a woman. Like, you don't got no education. He's paying all the bills. And they will stay around.
Like, what's better than what you got right now?
What's better than what you got right now? That's the only reason why you're not getting what your grandparents is getting. Because we're not standing beside it.
Oh, no. I've said that a number of times when people compare now to back then, when they want to turn back the hands of time. I'm like,
it's like, no.
Of course, not the grandmamas. Why the grandmamas stay with granddaddy for 50, 60 years. I'm like, grandma didn't have a choice.
She had no choice. She would cook and clean because she had no choice.
I'm like, staying with a man, you know, even if that man was beating and cheating, that was her way to survive.
That was her way to survive. And now we're not doing that. So that's the number one thing too. A lot of guys are looking for that love, and it's like, bro, anyone love that, I don't know what love they getting from their parents. So a lot of times their parents, underneath the grandparents, they don't have we're not raised in like a two-parent home. A lot of people are not raised in two-parent homes. So it's like, what kind of love do you think I'm trying to compare me to your mom, but did she ever have that type of love? And that's what happens. Like, you're trying to be like, I want somebody to love me like my mom, and da-da-da. She was like, my mom, I'm not your mother. And have you ever seen, for the people that didn't have a two-parent home, if you had a two-parent home, I'm not even going to sit here and chat. That's blessings. And I probably would see why you would look like, I want a family like my mom and my dad. But the people that don't, it's just like, those are the ones that have so much to say. Because you don't really see people that have it and they like, you know, begging for it. Because they yearn for it, they pray over it, and they get it. You know what I'm saying? So the people that are raised in a single-parent home, don't be coming to me talking about the type of love that your mama gave you. I'm not your mama, and your mama probably didn't have that type of love that you are requiring from me, and that just doesn't make sense. And then a lot of guys want you to build them up. Like, I've been hurt, I've been going through this, my ex treated me like this. If I'm coming into your life and I'm not telling you none of this, like my ex treated me like this, or I'm going through pain because of this, or any of those things, you shouldn't make me pay for that. I'm not here to pay for that. Whatever somebody else did in your past.
Expecting you to be their
parents. And I'm not. While you sit here mourning the death of a breakup, that person is already living their best life. So while you're sitting here, you sad and you making other people pay for it, and you bitter, and you just like, well, my ex did this and my ex did that, so I don't know how to love. They loving somebody else. So why are you making your life hell and my life hell because of somebody else? Like. So that's what I've been running a lot into. Like, I don't know what love feels like, and it's like up to us to fill that void that we didn't like get.
So you've been meeting like there's a lot of hurt men out there.
It's a lot of hurt men, a lot of hurt men, and there's a lot of hurt women too. But we ain't here on that. Look, because I can go both ways. Look, we are not here on that because I've been hurt before, and hurt people, and damaged people. So it's just like you come into somebody's life. And they're not hurt. Like, I'm not hurt because of an ex. You know what I'm saying? I probably got things probably with family, but I'm not hurt because of an ex. So I'm not going to make you feel bad because of another ex making me feel this pain. That's their problem. That's what they did. But that doesn't define me. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of hurt men, they're hurt and they don't know themselves. So they don't know how to correctly love you the right way. And it's just like because of somebody else. It's like the other person's energy is on them. And they just letting it feed off of them like the whole time until they become like bitter. So a lot of hurt men, and it's just like when you see something good, do you look at it like, dang, she gonna hurt me too, or do you just embrace it? If she hurts you, she hurts you, like, or if vice versa, if they hurt you, they hurt you. How do you look at that situation? So yeah, a lot of hurt guys, a lot of damaged men.
A lot of hurt and damage men. Do you see, you know, some of these issues with the insecurities and low confidence and the dishonesty, do you see that more with men your age or older men or age, you know, by number in this sense?
I would say men in my age.
Definitely men your age?
Yes, and that's like, I'm 27, so I'm giving it like 30s for sure. Or 28, 29, 30s. A lot of older guys I've dated, I haven't ran into those issues specifically. The hurt stuff. Like, maybe I've ran into them where I wasn't there to like be on their level, but I haven't ran into. Some people say, you know, older guys is worse when it's older, but I haven't ran into them, so I can't speak on it. But the guys in my age, I feel like they're hitting them 30s, and they don't feel like they're at the peak at where they want to be. So it's like, damn, 30 rolled around here, and I'm not where I want to be. I'm not doing what I want to do. My life is not where it needs to be. And so it hits them harder. Just like, I mean, with women too, it gets harder, but we still like, we gonna keep going. But guys, it's like, they kind of look at it like, okay, I should be so much further than where I'm at.
Definitely affects it's a manhood.
Yeah, it's a manhood. First, it's pride. It's like, I'm 30. Like, I got a roommate. Like, I got this. And it's like, okay. Nobody said at what age you supposed to make it. You feel me? Like, but I don't know. It's like when you leave in your 20s, they feel like all that stuff I was doing in my 20s, I shouldn't be doing in my 30s. It's like, but you still gonna do it. It's like, it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So definitely where I'm at in my age era. Because I feel like the guys that's like a little bit older, like late 30s and up, they got what they need. Their complaints is totally different. It's not like, you know, I don't have this and I have that. It's kind of just totally different. Yeah. I mean, they want to settle down with some people that's like 25, 26. And it's like, bro, they don't want to settle down right now. And then, so it's like, that's the only thing I feel like they running into. I mean, older guys can be shiesty too, but definitely my age. Definitely my age, for sure.
So, you know what, let's weave this down a little bit more, because again, you know, these are, I really wanted, you know, someone like yourself who, you know, you're large on the scene, you've got a presence out there, both on and off social media. So I know you've had your share of men, you know, you've gone out on dates with or expressed interest. And, you know, as far as the dating, but also, you know, as men, you know, we mess up even when it comes to, you know, just talking our way out of the panties. You know what I mean? Like, I've definitely had those moments when I was younger, in my 20s. I'm like, in retrospect now, when I think back, like, what the hell was I thinking?
Right.
No wonder she lost interest, or no wonder it didn't go down.
Period.
So, like, even for, you know, some of the dumbest things that men are doing to talk themselves out of the panties, like even you on a date with a guy.
Oh, I got the dates.
You know, just being on a date with a guy and you think, you know, as long as he don't say or do anything stupid.
One thing. Yes, and they do it.
What are some examples of that one thing?
Okay. I think it's a few, like at least like 3 things. But going on dates, it's a few things for me. One, it's all about the communication, right? Communication is off, this date is off, this whole problem is off, you feel me? But to lead to the draws, it's like, well, what you doing after this? Oh my goodness. Or what we doing after this? Oh my goodness. Like, you going home? Yes. Like, it's all those things that people like, the guys like to put in there. Like, the what you doing after this is already a hint that he probably wants you to come over. And it's just like, bruh.
It's like probing you.
It is probing you. And it's like, me, I'm personally like, I'm going home. You know what I'm saying? I'll sit down on the table and be like, look, I don't know what you expecting or whatever, but that ain't that. So, those would be the things that people say. A lot of guys ask questions about like your past, sexually and physically, like mentally, and stuff like that. So once they get to the sexual part, it's just like, bruh, you know what I'm saying?
So
how many guys
bringing up sex too soon?
Yeah, too soon. Like, we on a date, and I don't know if guys know what dating is, but it doesn't automatically mean that I'm coming to your crib because, oh God, you pay for the food, so I gotta come over. Like, we can go Dutch. Like, I pay for my food, you pay for your food, and we go our separate ways. But a lot of guys, they kind of aim for it. I mean, you can feel it in the aura and energy. If you start talking about things like life, I don't know, anything, they kind of like direct it back to like, you know,
bring it back to sex.
Bring it back to sex, like bring it back to where I'm going if I'm coming over, and do you go to guys' houses on the first date, and you know, stuff like that. It's just like, bro, I'm not coming over. You know what I'm saying? I'm not coming over. And then a lot of guys kind of skip the whole date night. Some of them want to do like Netflix and chill.
And that is a date.
And that's a date. That's cool, but I don't want to do it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we can Netflix and chill. But in this type of generation, Netflix and chill, you already know what's going to get. What's supposed to
say. Netflix and chill, that's cold.
It's cold for that. Yeah. But what if we both work late, or I'm busy, you busy, and we say we want a late night date? That's cool. Like, we can watch a movie and chill. But I guess you got to set the tone. But it's like, if you're going late past at least like 9 o'clock. Okay. If you're going over late, you already know what type of time it is. You already know.
I mean, I know they don't say that anymore, but when I was coming, it was a booty call.
It's a booty call. I call that too.
Yeah, anything like after 9.
Anything after 9 is a booty call.
It's a booty
10 o'clock is definitely booty call.
10 o'clock
is stamped. Yeah, it's definite. 9 o'clock is like borderline booty call. Like, it's like you getting there. Like, you getting mad close. 9:30, you might as well just pack it up. You feel me? You already know. Pack your bags. You about to be going.
10 o'clock. That means you better wash very well. Put on your good drawers.
Oh my God.
Clean it.
Put on your good drawers, because you ever saw Think Like a Man? Mm-hmm. Okay, you know that trick with Megan Good where she wore the granny panties? Mm. And he like opened her pants and she was like this, like scared to stop. That's how she stopped. I used to do that.
Yeah, if you think...
I used to do that, though.
If you think, ladies, let me tell you from a male point of view, if you think there's a possibility it may go down, don't wear granny panties.
It still will work? They still gonna want it.
My God. We may still, you know what, I'll say this. Granny panties won't stop the first time. They will, but once you get in a relationship, it's like, you wearing what? You wearing those? Like, no.
I think it stops us as like some women, well, me personally, because I don't want you to see them.
Yeah.
And I would wear the worst of the worst. Like I'll have, when I was really severely dating and not trying to have dudes come to my crib for a nightcap, I would literally do that. Like I would literally like buy granny panties that would come all the way up like my pants.
They come all the way up. It's like, you know what?
Bleaching them and everything. And make sure that, because I don't want you to like put my pants on and you see them. It's just me. So it really saved a lot of times that, yeah, that energy was there, but you gotta fight it because you don't want to look like it's just that. Like it's not just that. Especially when you're trying to just date. Like hormones can get high, somebody start kissing on you and stuff like that. And you like, dang, I really should resist. I really want to resist, but the panties help. Like
no, they can. I mean, I have been the witness. They have turned me off. You know what? I'm good. We're gonna cut this short.
I'm good. Date night over.
I'm good. I ain't that horny.
Yes.
And for me, I mean, it's always like, okay, granny panties will work if we've already been sexually active. Because that first time, like I said, when you horny that first time, you may like, look, I'm gonna just look past it. Make sure the dark is real dark.
Right. Oh, for real.
But we've been consistent, like, no, I'm gonna need you
to switch it up. Switch it up. No, for real. Okay. And that's what it is.
So, guys, bringing up the subject of sex too soon. Turn off. Okay, what else?
I went on a date before, and the guy was too drunk.
Yeah.
I've never, ever called a friend to be like, can you come get me, or can you call me to try to get me out of this date? I've never had that happen until I moved here to Atlanta. And I went on that date, and it was cool. We took a couple shots and stuff like that. We pre-gamed in the car, you know what I'm saying? Everybody pre-games. Took a couple shots in the car. I'm chilling, like, I'm tipsy, but I'm not drunk. And so it went from like, I'm gonna just get a drink and keep it cute. I'm not gonna take too many shots. And him taking like mad shots to the back, and we at the bar, and he was just so belligerent. He was just dropping food and just falling over the bar and stuff like that. And the lady was looking at me, and I'm looking at her. And I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. And the conversation kind of went from like talking like this to like his words were slurred. It was just so bad, real bad. And when he went to the bathroom, I just literally politely walked out, paid for my drinks, paid for my food, and was gone. Like just left.
Like, I would want to know from any guy, like, why would you think that's a good idea if you're on a date? It's one thing to have a drink,
but to be drunk is hell.
To be drunk to the point where you're slurring your speech. And
oh my God, food falling and stuff. Can't walk, falling into people. Oh my goodness, I was mad embarrassed. I don't even think I've been back to that place, like, ever.
That's something when a date is so bad, it turns you off to the whole venue.
Yeah. And I've been on some crazy dates. I mean, that was top tier #1, but I've been on dates with guys that's like, I mean, I'm sure you saw, rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. I went on a date with a guy that was literally like, I felt like I was on an interview or something like this. Or he was like a Kevin Samuels trying to question me, like on why I'm single and what kind of guys I look for compared to what I'm giving and da-da-da-da. And I'm just like, bro, like, I don't have no kids. I don't have just a dog, and that's it. That's what you really need to talk about. Like, why we sitting here and get into the nitty gritty, and it didn't work at all. Like, it was just terrible. So the dating, that's like top tier. I don't want to be on a debate with you, because I could debate. You know what I'm saying? I'm queen of debates. Like, I can go back and forth with you, but I just didn't feel like that. So that's #2, bad things for dating. And I think it's like guys that don't understand what dating is too, and women too. It's okay to date multiple people, and that's dating. Like, you can go on a date with a couple people. People feel like I gotta date you and then I gotta be with you. And it's like, are you dating this one person that you just met to be with them? And that's where we get fucked up. In our head, we just thinking like, I'm dating to be with them, but they ain't gonna be that person. Like, you're supposed to just date with no intentions. Like, no intentions of being with them. No intentions of just like trying to nothing past this date. Like, we should date and then see where it goes. It should be more of a flow than having intentions to like grow with this person, because then you get hurt. You know what I'm saying? So that's two. Like, dudes out dating, I don't think they date to be in a relationship, but I think that they just feel like if you're dating me, then I should be the only person, and it's just like no.
Well, I think that's where communication comes, because you know, I've realized even at my age, people have their own perceptions of what dating is and what it constitutes. Because you do have some people that feel like just taking you out on one date, then we're together, or whatever.
It's over with, right?
And they'll, you know, and it's not always the case. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with dating multiple people. I feel like the issue comes when it's not communicated, or some people's expectations. You know, I felt like you and I had a great first date. Why are you dating
other people? Expectations, yes, that's exactly what it is. We had a good date. Why are you dating other people?
Right.
Because
we're not exclusive.
We're not exclusive. Exactly. No, you're absolutely right. That's exactly what it is. Like, this date was mad cool. Like, you're mad bomb. Like, your energy is cool. You're dope. But still, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to put all my ducks in a row.
It's like you don't call them like, I ain't heard from you in 24 hours. Like, it's only been 24 hours.
It's only been 24 hours. Okay. And I get it. Like, if the day is bomb, you know, you can build to that, but that's when, like you said, communication comes in. The date was dope. I really feel like we should continue to date, and then you go from there. But it's like, that's all in the communication for me.
A whole 24 hours ain't heard before. Part of it I was asleep. It was nighttime.
Half of it was sleep, right? And then, or maybe I'm at work, then I can't see him be like talking to you on the phone all the time. But then again, I can. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You make time for who you want to make time for.
That I do agree with. I'm a firm believer. Out of all the dating calamities and hell dates I've been on, and you know, everything I experienced in my 20s and 30s, I definitely tell anybody, people make time for what they want to do.
100%.
Because at the end of the day, it's like, if I want to be with you, I will move heaven and earth to make it happen. But if I don't want to be with you, trust me, I'll always have an excuse.
And that's the thing. It takes 5 seconds to send a "how you doing, good morning" text.
Right.
So if you're sitting here and saying, "Oh, I'm mad excuses as to why you ain't text," you might as well just pack it up, girl. Just pack it up with that dude, because it just takes literally 2 seconds. As much as it takes me to scroll on Instagram, it takes 2 seconds to say, "Good morning, how's your day going?" or "How's your day been? How's work?" or this and that. It takes 2 seconds. But if he ain't interested, he ain't doing that, it's no point in pressing the issue. Like, why we pressuring the issue? He ain't doing it, then there's no point in keep telling him to keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So I'm definitely digging these. These are nuggets of wisdom that I really want to capture, and I really want the guys on my channel, the subscribers and viewers, if you're out there watching, I hope you are subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that button that says subscribe. If you are on Facebook, make sure you go to the search bar, type in Ringside LLC, request to join the private Facebook group, and either myself or one of the admins will admit you. MJ, really quickly before we head out, a couple of last questions before you know, because then I want you to let our subscribers know where they can find you. Okay. One last one. So if you had, let's say, a younger mentee, or if you had a younger brother, if you knew a guy who was, you know, fresh out of college, early 20s, going to come to Atlanta and date and meet nice women, but doesn't want to mess things up on a date, what are please rattle off maybe 4, 5, 6 things you would tell a young man going out here, you know, in this dating atmosphere in Atlanta, some things to do to almost ensure, not guarantee, but almost ensure a great date and a great impression with the young lady?
I would say, 1, like I said earlier, dating your caliber. Dating your caliber. 2, like, you don't have to flaunt that you got money. Like, if you got bread, have your bread. But if you know if you want to know somebody really dealing with you for you, keep that money in your pocket. Period. 3, confidence. Keep that confidence, baby. We see you. Like, shout out to my black man with the confidence. We love you. You feel me? Keep the confidence. Confidence is key. 4, don't pressure sex, bro. If she want to get to you, she gonna get to you. If she don't, she don't. Let her come to you with it. Like, if y'all go on a date, y'all start drinking, y'all catching the vibe, and you want to be like, okay, well, you want to go cold to my crib or whatever after this, let it flow.
Right.
Don't pressure it. Like, Jesus.
If she's interested in you, you'll know.
You will know. Trust me. But the eye contact gonna tell you. You're gonna go from sitting across from each other to you sitting right by her. Like, trust me. So, definitely that. And I'm gonna do 5 because I don't think I got 6.
Don't get drunk. Add that.
Don't get drunk. Oh my God. It's hell though. Don't get drunk as hell. Because drunk men say the sober thoughts, and you never know what's gonna be in your head during that time. This is your first time meeting somebody. Your energy could be totally thrown off because of whatever you was going through. So do not be drunk as hell on your dates. Oh, and smell good too. I guess I got 6. Smell good.
Yes, I am a cologne aficionado.
Smell good,
fellas.
yes.
Let me interject first. Fellas, get you a nice, well, at least one. But I'm someone I keep 6, 7, 8 different colognes.
Yes.
Fellas, invest in some. When I say cologne, I bet not see any of y'all walking out of CVS or Walgreens.
Or Walmart with that Axe or whatever.
No,
Please,
no
Axe cologne. Right.
I would say don't even curve, drop cardinal, don't do none of that.
Please.
You too grown for that. So fellas, you hearing this from me, Trey Amazing, invest in a good cologne.
Yes.
You can go to Macy's or Bloomingdale's.
Come on.
Get you a nice cologne.
You got all these chains, you got all these designer shoes, but you can't pay for no cologne?
Like, smell nice.
Come on, bro. And I'm not talking about smelling like gas. I'm smelling like weed and stuff like that. Smoked in the car, came up in the date, smelling like gas. I smoke weed. You feel me? You don't want me to smell like weed. I like when the guys say, you smell good. So, you know what I'm saying? Do that. Get some cologne, baby.
Get you some cologne. Keep them right next to some breath mints.
Oh, yeah, definitely some that.
Keep them right next to one another. Because at the end of the day, like I said, you don't want to be canceled because of your breath. You don't want to be canceled because you're musty.
Right, because how you going to come to me trying to take me home and come up to give me a kiss and your breath stink?
Your breath smell like lemon pepper, everything. Like, fellas, come on, get some Big Red, get some Trident, get some whatever. But get you some, put it right next to your cologne with your breath.
Exactly.
We got to do better, fellas. We got to.
Because we love you. We love our black men. We love you.
We love our black women.
See,
we love our queens.
We love y'all.
We want to present our best selves. So that's why I felt this interview was so important, because I wanted to hear from, attractive woman who is in media, who is doing things out here in these streets.
Period.
Who's an Atlanta influencer, because you do qualify. You are an Atlanta influencer.
Thank you. I'll take that.
I was like, I want to know from you, what are some things that some wisdom you can impart on men, like, fellas, stop doing this shit.
Please.
Stop doing this shit over here, start doing more shit over here.
Right.
And then you'll get better outcomes in dating, and you may even get laid, okay.
Trying to say, do a good date, you just might, okay?
You just might. MJ, this has been a pleasure.
Thank you.
For the viewers and subscribers out there that want to see more of MJ, that want to get, your down south presence, they want to hear more of the New York accent, where can they find MJ? How can they find your podcast?
Yes.
Any appearances coming up? How can they get to know MJ?
You can tap in with your girl MJ on IG and Hip Hop Network TV. You can type it on in. It's an app. It's on Roku and it's on the website. Hip Hop Network TV. Just type in HHN TV and you'll find my podcast, As Told by MJ. And we're really recently doing the Tap In panel. Oh my God, I forgot about that. It drops next week. Tap In panel. I go to different restaurants. They give me the opportunity to bring my panel in, bring an audience in, and we tap into some good conversations. So the first episode is going to drop next week. So tap in with the Tap In live podcast panel. As Told by MJ, Hip Hop Network TV. If you want to host this with the Moses, you want me to be on that mic for your fashion show, pop-up shop, event, wedding, you can find me on As Told by MJ as well. Your girl MJ as well. Your girl, YA, girl, MJ, _. Some people spell it so wrong, but I don't know. Tap in with your girl. Up and coming things that's coming up is the panels. If you want to be a part of the panel, you want to drop some gems, some people want to hear it, come on and DM me and we can put you on the panel.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. For the people out there that, if you didn't catch all that, we will provide links in the description.
Period.
Just look in that description. We will have links to her website, to her podcast, and to her IG. So she is certainly an influencer. You want to stay tuned. Keep watching. Thank you so much, MJ. You have been a pleasure, to say the least. Everybody, I hope you were out there taking notes. We want to see more couples prosper. We want to see healthier dating, more prosperous marriages out there. So take heed. These have been some true nuggets of wisdom, fellas. Again, I hope you took notes. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you drop some comments down below. Most importantly, make sure you subscribe. Everybody, that's all she wrote. Another successful Corner Confessions. Thank you again, MJ, for gracing the ring today. And thank you so much for letting the viewers know where they can find you. And with that said, we are out.
Peace.
Peace.